Why did Aurangzeb's successor fail to rule successfully? 14. ANS. Aurangzeb's successors, often referred to as the later Mughals, failed to rule successfully due to a complex interplay of inherited problems, personal incapacities, and escalating internal and external pressures. Here's a breakdown of the key reasons. 1. Aurangzeb's legacy. Over-centralization and long reign. Aurangzeb's highly centralized administration and his long, suspicious reign meant his sons were often kept away from centers of power, lacked proper administrative training, and were prone to rebellion. This stifled their initiative and ability to govern. Religious policies. His orthodox religious policies, like reimposing jizya, destroying temples, had alienated large sections of the population, particularly Rajputs, Sikhs, Jats, and Marathas, leading to widespread rebellions that drained the empire's resources. Endless wars, especially in the Deccan. The protracted and costly wars in the Deccan against the Marathas and Deccan sultanates exhausted the treasury, decimated the army, and disrupted trade and agriculture. Jagirdari crisis. There was a shortage of productive Jagirs, land grants. 2. Weak and incompetent successors. Award to the Jagirdari crisis. There was a shortage of productive Jagirs, land grants, to award to the growing number of nobles, mansabdars. This led to intense competition, corruption, and exploitation of peasants, weakening the nobility's loyalty and administrative efficiency. 2. Weak and incompetent successors. Lack of ability. Most of Aurangzeb's successors, like Bahadur Shah I, Jahandar Shah, Farrukhsiyar, Muhammad Shah Rangila, lacked the political acumen, military prowess, and administrative capabilities of their predecessors. Indulgence and neglect. Many were more interested in pleasure, luxury, and court intrigues than in the affairs of the state. Muhammad Shah, for example, earned the nickname Rangila, the colorful/pleasure-loving, for his indifference to governance. Short reigns and instability, frequent changes of rulers, often through violent means, prevented any consistent policy or long-term planning. 3. Wars of succession. The Mughal tradition of not having a clear law of primogeniture meant that every emperor's death was followed by a bloody war of succession among his sons. These wars further drained the treasury, led to the loss of experienced commanders and soldiers, and created deep divisions within the nobility. 4. Factionalism among the nobility. The nobility became divided into powerful factions, e.g., Irani, Turani, Hindustani. These groups constantly plotted against each other for power and influence, often using the emperors as puppets. The rise of kingmakers like the Syed brothers, Abdullah Khan and Hussein Ali Khan, demonstrated the weakness of the emperors, who were enthroned and dethroned at the nobles' will. 5. Rise of regional powers. Provincial governors, subedars, and local chieftains took advantage of the weakening central authority to assert their independence. States like Hyderabad, Nizam-ul-Mulk, Awadh, Sadiq Khan, and Bengal, Murshid Suli Khan, became virtually autonomous, though they often nominally acknowledged Mughal suzerainty. Groups like the Marathas, under the Peshwas, Sikhs, in Punjab, Jats, around Agra, and Rohillas carved out their own spheres of influence, further shrinking the effective territory and revenue of the Mughal Empire. 6. Economic and administrative breakdown. The constant warfare, rebellions, and luxurious lifestyles of the rulers and nobility led to an empty treasury. Tax collection became inefficient as local powers intercepted revenues. The Mansabdari and Jagirdari systems collapsed, leading to a decline in military strength as Mansabdars couldn't maintain their required contingents. Trade and agriculture suffered due to political instability and lack of security. 7. Foreign invasions. The invasions of Nadir Shah of Persia, 1739, and Ahmad Shah Abdali of Afghanistan, multiple times between 1748 and 1767, were devastating. Nadir Shah's sack of Delhi exposed the empire's hollowness, carried away immense wealth, including the peacock throne and Kohinoor diamond, and shattered Mughal prestige. Abdali's invasions further weakened the empire, particularly in the northwest. 8. Military decline. The Mughal army, once a formidable force, became outdated in its tactics and weaponry. Discipline waned, and loyalty was often to individual nobles rather than the emperor. They struggled to effectively counter the guerrilla tactics of the Marathas or the disciplined armies of foreign invaders. In essence, Aurangzeb's successors inherited a crumbling empire, and their own shortcomings, combined with the machinations of a powerful and factious nobility and the rise of ambitious regional forces, ensured they could not reverse the decline.